Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets of corporate filings and let you in on what is really going on behind the balance sheets. Today we're diving into Metsera Inc. and a report that's got some interesting drug development news, specifically how effective their new treatments are looking. So Metsera Inc. has dropped a current report on Form 8K. Think of an 8K as a company announcing major news that investors need to know about right away. This is tea about the regular quarterly financial ups and downs, but rather significant events. And in this case, the big news revolves around their experimental drug, MET-097i. For those who are new here, our Discord community is linked in the description below, and it is a great place to connect with other corporate decoders and discuss these filings. Alright, let's get straight to the heart of it. Metsera announced positive results from two phase 2b clinical trials called VESPER-1 and VESPER-3. These trials are testing MET-097i, which they describe as a first-in-class, meaning it's the first of its kind, fully biased, ultra, long-acting GLP-1 receptor agonist. Now, that sounds like a mouthful, but what it means is they've developed a new type of drug that works with a specific body receptor. It's designed to be super selective, and it lasts a really long time, potentially allowing for just one dose a month. This is a big deal in the world of weight loss and diabetes drugs, where convenience and effectiveness are key. In the VESPER-1 trial, MET-097, I showed some impressive results. The drug led to a mean placebo, subtracted weight loss of up to 14.1% after 28 weekly doses. So, if you take away the effect of the placebo, the actual drug helped people lose over 14% of their body weight. That's quite significant. The company also highlighted the tolerability of the drug in both trials, meaning how well people could handle the side effects. In VESPER-3, at the highest dose tested, they reported minimal diarrhea and a manageable rate of nausea and vomiting, especially after a gradual increase in the dosage. This suggests that while it is a powerful drug, they're reworking to make it as comfortable as possible for patients. Because the results are so promising, Metsera is on track to start a global Phase 3 program by the end of 2025. Phase 3 trials are the final stage before a drug can be considered for approval by regulatory bodies like the FDA, involving a much larger group of patients. Other Phase 2b trials are still ongoing to further understand MET-097i's long-term effects and its use in people with type 2 diabetes. VESPER-2, for instance, is looking at the drug in diabetic patients, with results expected in early 2026. VESPER-3 is also continuing to study the monthly dosing schedule, with data expected either by the end of this year or early next. But Metsera isn't stopping with just one drug, MET-097. I is also the core component of 4 other drug development programs. There is MET-233i's, a combination drug that pairs MET-097i with an amylin agonist, being tested in Phase 1 half trials with data expected around the same time as VESPER-3. Then there is MET-034i's, a combination with a GIP receptor agonist, which is just beginning Phase 1 studies. They are also developing an oral version of MET-097 called MET-097o, currently in Phase 1 trials, and a prodrug MET-815 designed for quarterly maintenance dosing, which is in the pre-approval study phase. This multi-pronged approach shows Metsera is really betting big on this incretin technology, aiming to create a whole suite of related treatments. The press release from the 29th of September 2025, which is attached to this filing, contains all these details and underscores the company's excitement about these findings. They're framing MET-097i as potentially class-leading in terms of tolerability, which is a strong claim in this competitive space. Now, while this 8K is focused on regulatory and development news, it's important for companies to also show solid financial footing, especially when they're reinvesting heavily in research. This filing doesn't include detailed financial statements, but it does point to the company's ongoing operations and future plans. The fact that they are pushing ahead with Phase 3 trials indicates confidence and likely significant funding. As with any company in the development phase, Metsera includes a section on forward-looking statements. This is where they warn investors that many of the things they're saying about future prospects are based on current expectations and involve risks. They specifically mention the potential acquisition by Pfizer Inc., which adds another layer of complexity and risk. They highlight challenges like getting necessary regulatory approvals, shareholder votes, and the general uncertainty of integrating businesses. This is standard legal language to protect the company, but it serves as a good reminder that even with positive trial data, the path to market and commercial success is never guaranteed. They also point to the general risks in the industry like competitive developments and unexpected side effects. Looking at Metsera's situation, they read clearly in an exciting but high stakes phase. The positive data for MET-097i in weight loss is a major development. The GLP-1 market is booming, and if MET-097i can deliver on its promise of monthly dosing with excellent tolerability, it could be a serious contender. Their strategy of building a platform around this technology with combination drugs and different delivery methods like oral or quarterly injections shows ambition. However, the risks are substantial, as they themselves point out. Clinical trials are unpredictable, regulatory hurdles are significant, and the competition, especially from giants like Pfizer, who are also actively acquiring and developing in this space, is fierce. The potential acquisition by Pfizer, while potentially providing much needed capital and expertise, also introduces its own set of uncertainties. In conclusion, Metsera appears to be making significant progress with MET-097i, potentially offering a more convenient and effective treatment option in a lucrative market. Their pipeline diversification is a strength, but the numerous risks associated with drug development, regulatory approval, and market competition, including the ongoing acquisition talks, mean investors should approach this with caution. The next big milestones will be the Phase 3 trial initiation and the data from their ongoing Phase 2b studies. What is your take on Metsera's latest announcement? Do you think MET-097i has what it takes to compete in the growing GLP-1 market? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, where we discuss these filings and much more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.